Squash XLPRO is an elite team that work hard to train, play and run squash events on our journey to climb the world rankings. Like, subscribe, comment, pick up some of our merch on Teespring.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to this, the last match of the night. It's been a busy old night. We had Lwamba Chileshe winning in 4. Then we had Winona Joe Joyce winning over Ella Lash in 5. And then we had Abby Palmer winning in 5 over Shelley Kitchen. So it's taken a little bit longer than possibly expected. And now joining me on this particular match to give a few words on his brother is Lwamba Chileshe. As we see on court, TEMWA CHILESHE up against Glenn Templeton. And Louis, you are relatively happy with your victory tonight?
Yeah, always happy with a victory. I think Lepa really brought it to me today. It was kind of home courts for him in a way. He used to hit here quite a lot, so he really took advantage of that, and all his shots seemed to go up, so it was quite hard to break him down.
One of those annoying matches that you want to get out of the way, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I was relieved to get off court in 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, credit to him. He played well today, and he's continuing to get better and better, so it's good to see.
Right, in this particular match, we've got Glenn Templeton there. He's going to be able to always a little bit, one of those players that you watch. He's so big around the court, but he actually moves so well and has a really good touch for such a big guy as well. What was that?
I think Glenn thought he was going to call that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. He's got some very efficient movement, Glenn. And he's got very good racket skills as well. Nice touch, nice hold. So yeah, I'm calling a Glenn 3-love victory today.
Okay, we'll see what happens there. Just in your particular match, so I think it was 5 strokes against you, or something like that. Certainly a number of strokes. Yeah, 5 strokes against you. That's a lot. You know, it's something you don't want to have that many. You know, okay, 1 or 2, but I mean 5.
Yeah, it was one of those ones where I was getting a bit tentative on my volley, especially on the backhand, and I think that's where most of them came from. I was a little bit nervous. I knew Lepa was playing well, and I was a bit, as I said, a bit tentative to go short, and I was trying to kind of hold punch, and I was kind of mistiming a lot of them and just mishitting them. So it would have been a lot nicer if I had a few less strokes against me, but
yeah. Did you see any of the previous match with Shelley Kitchen against Abby Palmer? Just the one speed that Shelley goes at, which is fast, and that's it?
I didn't see too much of it, unfortunately, because I was having a shower and chin wagging to a few of the people at the club. But yeah, Shelley is
phenomenal, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And to go that long, 5 sets, that for how long she's been playing as well, it's very impressive that she can keep that up for that long.
Yeah, exactly.
I also think it makes. In that I saw the end of the 5th and Abby looked quite fired up, and it's not too often that you see Abby really fired up.
No, exactly.
And I feel like Shelley really brought it out of Abby, which is good for Abby because it makes her play better, makes her a bit more.
Just about kissed the line. Nice shot. No, not a nice shot. No, not a nice shot.
Would have been a nice shot.
Yeah.
So, what are your predictions in this matchup, Dave?
If it goes 5, I won't be happy. How's that? I don't mind who wins it.
As long as it doesn't go 5.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's usually the rule for any... Gee, that one... Did they have any bounce at all? It's like, I don't know how it made over 10. Now, it's always the rule, isn't it? The last match of the night has to go 5, whether it's tennis, whether it's badminton, whether it's squash. Just because. I'm happy for the rules to be broken tonight.
I think this court really suits players who are going to put it in. The ball doesn't seem to come off the front wall very fast.
What we noticed with you against Anthony Lepa was that if it hit the back wall, the bounce was a little bit chaotic.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
there was several times, well, not so much that it rolled, but it was just would have been hard, I'm sure, on the court to read the bounce.
Yeah. And I think that's something that Glenn's going to be very good at, because he can generate a lot of pace from a very short swing, as we've seen in some of these rallies, and so can TEMWA as well. So.
Yeah, there's certainly some players who love to punch the ball, or others who like to stroke through it. And he certainly punches it really well on that forehand. Or that one though was a stroke through.
See, that was very close to rolling on a normal court. That probably wouldn't have been as close to rolling as that. So I think if you have enough racket speed and you commit to your shots when you go into that cross-court net, you're more likely to hit the nick than not, which Leper saw a lot of.
Yeah.
He probably had about 4 or 5 cross-court nicks per game, both in my match and his match against Elijah as well. He was really slotting them. And Glenn's going to slot a few as well, I'm sure.
Well, certainly, we haven't seen too many long rallies in this match so far. It's been fairly quick fire. You looking forward to next weekend with the Oliver Sport NZ Champs?
Yeah, a little bit nervous, to be honest. Having pulled back for the first time in a couple of years.
We were just commenting.
It's very exciting, yeah.
That the only player who's not really going to be here in New Zealand is Joel.
Yeah.
That's about men's and women's. He's the only player who won't be in New Zealand.
Yeah. Which is a shame. I think if you threw Joel in the mix of the draw, it would have been a
really
very interesting draw, wouldn't it? Having him kind of around the middle of the pack there, middle of the top 10, probably be ranked around where Wills is 5th, 6th. There's going to be some very, very, very juicy matchups though at Nationals for sure, which will be good.
Yeah. Really interesting. People might say, well, why does someone who's world number 2 or world number 5 and Joel King have to play a first round match? Well, we do have a 32 draw, and it's not so much for the benefit of them. It's for the benefit of It's for the benefit of someone like, I think Joel plays Grace Spencer, who's a 16-year-old who was from the Panmure Club, now out of the Devoy Club. How cool is that?
Yeah, exactly. It is a very good experience for her, and she's going to get more out of that than probably most of her other matches that she would have played.
And Paul is playing against Matthew Ward, I think it is. He's not going to be very familiar. And what an experience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's not even all the experience on court. A lot of it's off court as well. Just being able to talk to the bloke, or being able to talk to Joel off court before and after your match. There's a lot of value in that.
So there is the benefit. There is benefit rather than just saying, they're going to rip through their match really quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a call now though. Either me or TEMWA, or whoever else makes the final, is beating Paul in the final. Judging by his World Tour Finals performance, I think
he's the player of the year, the male PSA player of the year, and you're just going to say he's going to lose the national champs. Okay, he's only won it 4 times before, so.
It's bloody good, mate. Yeah.
Well, we should tell you now that Luamba, you're back on, and there's Luamba Chileshe with me as we watch TEMWA up against Glenn Templeton. It was TEMWA winning the first 11-9 against Glenn Templeton, and the winner of this, well, Louis, you get to play them, and if it is Tim, that'll be, I don't know, the umpteenth time this year that I can recall in the last month that you two would have played each other. And goodness knows how many times you guys have trained. But I think you predicted that Glenn would win this anyway.
Yeah, my prediction was a little bit off. I predicted Glenn 3-love. So I'm going to have to go back on that and say Glenn 3-1.
Okay, all right. Well, your prediction of Paul Cole also losing to you or Tim in the final of the NZ Champs next week will be interesting because that'll be on TV. So we'll see what we can do with that. Cool. Nice.
Some very, good gets from TEMWA. Very nice holds from, it's about 5 taxis in that rally.
Well, he keeps on hanging around. No, you didn't
About
get
5 bounces.
Really?
4.5 bounces, I think,
Yeah, exactly.
on that one. Actually, looking at that shot, me and John the other day watching Mustafa versus Paul, and Mustafa did a very nice shot where I think it was second point in the first game. He hit a cross-court nick from the back forehand, and then 4th or 5th point in the first, he lined it up and then played the straight drive like Glenn did before. Very hard shot to play, but it looks very nice when you sort of master it. And it looks like Glenn T's been getting some lessons from Mustafa. Don't know how. Must have been maybe a Zoom call or something, but looks like he's playing that same shot.
In fact, that win though of Paul Cole over Asal was straight games. I know that Asal had already worked out that he was going to make it through anyway, but it was still very convincing to beat him in straight games, in a best of 3 as well. That was
a professional performance from Paul, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's always hard when in that sort of situation. They don't get it that often, but in a situation like that where Mustafa's already qualified and Paul still really had to knuckle down and stay professional to win that in straight games, which he did, which he's really good at. So
We collect him there. Well, I think there was a little bit of a racket connect with the body.
minimal interference,
Yeah.
Dave. I think it should have been a no let.
You're going to get fired shortly. And just about everything that Glenn does, Tim's able to pick it up, except not that one. And this match so far played in good spirit. TEMWA CHILESHE winning the first game. And if he does win this, he'll take on Louis, who's with me. And that final of the Doug Flint Memorial will be played at 3 p.m. tomorrow. Oh, that was a bit messy against the wall. And what do you think of these courts? Because was it last year? No, it wasn't last year. It was the year before that we went into a sudden lockdown when you and Tim were going to play in the final, wasn't it?
Yeah. Might have been actually. We did play last year.
You did?
Yeah, but we played it in Hamilton.
Okay. So maybe it was last year.
No, it was last. Yeah, it must have been.
I don't know. The last 2 or 3 years have sort of blended into one with lockdowns and things like that, haven't they?
Well, yeah, we played it. We played the final in Hamilton for some reason. It must have been because of that. Yeah.
That's right. It was a
That was
Yeah.
the lockdown. Yeah. It was.
Yeah, because we were about to play the comeback for the finals the next day, and then bang, lockdown, right in the middle of it. And
Oh, good get there. Yeah, no, these courts are very. I feel like the front wall it's really spongy on the front wall. They really absorb the ball, so you can hit it really hard, and it's not very fast. So
okay,
when you take it, it rewards players who take it in well, quite fast. But then also, there's a lot of space at the back, I think.
Yeah.
But then again, it's also very easy to hit short length.
but when you say a lot of space at the back, it's like, I guess to the layman, it's going to go, hang on, it's the same size court. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's a good point there.
Yeah, go.
Dave. I just think when you've got a good position in the middle, on a normal court, which is a little bit faster, you'd hit it to the back and it would come off the back wall a bit more. Whereas on this court, if you've got a good position in front, you can really punish people with good dying length to the back, where it's second bounce into the back wall or before the back wall, and it doesn't quite come off the wall.
Right.
But in saying that, obviously it's a...
He's not even.
That is shocker there.
What?
In saying that, it also means that when you're playing a normal rally, it's very easy for, like as you see, the ball's not really hitting the back wall that much because they're both cutting it off a lot. It's very easy to hit short length.
Right.
So you've really got to put the ball in and set up for a shot to the back where you've opened up the back. But you do have to put it in quite fast, I think. I think straight kills, and volley kills are very effective because the ball stays low
Right.
and it doesn't come off the wall very much. And then off that shot, you've really got a great shot. That is a signature Glenn T shot, that.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, you really got to pounce on the next shot once you play that kind of quick short shot to the back. And that's what opens up the back. Shot. Or you could just do that.
Well, this is one of the courts that has a lower ceiling compared to, say, what is it, Lugton Park? That seems to be very high. A few other courts that this one seems to be a little bit lower than others.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Yeah, I didn't really notice it when I was playing. But then again, I mean, that must mean that my lobs aren't very good.
Face right off, I think. Oh, game ball already.
So TEMWA's got a 3-point lead in this game. We've seen a few interesting shots from Glenn. He's played that traditional, or his signature shot, the three-wall boast.
Yeah. We're back now for the third game. It is 2 games to love to TEMWA CHILESHE against Glen Templeton. The winner of this match takes on Luamba CHILESHE. That is from 3 p.m. tomorrow in the Doug Flint Memorial. One of the sponsors there, Barfoot and Thompson. Very good sponsors of squash around certainly the Auckland region. And don't forget, we do get ready for the Oliver Sport NZ Champs next weekend. It'll be the Friday from midday, then the Saturday all day into the evening, and then the Sunday, it'll be live on Duke TV, as well as being streamed. So look forward to that. I look forward to a couple of our big players coming back, Paul Cole and also Joel King. In the meantime, though, long first rally here at Luamba, finished off nicely by TEMWA, just sort of punches at the ball, didn't he? Nice sort of punch at them.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying before about the space in the back. Obviously, because you're facing the front wall as well, it's hard to actually realise that there is space in the back. But the ball is it's not coming back off the wall, is it? It's staying quite short. I've actually got a question for you, Dave. So you do a lot of media stuff for other sports as well. Do you do a bit of commentating for other sports as well?
Yeah, definitely other sports, from everything from weightlifting to tennis, which you could not see me in a gym whatsoever, but I've had to commentate it.
Do you find it quite difficult going from sport to sport? Obviously, some sports are easier to commentate than others.
If you've got a little bit of an expert with you, it does help. One of the key things is what you're seeing on screen, or whether it's radio or whatever. If it's radio, you're painting the picture. If it's TV, then you have to tell people what's going on and help them enjoy it. And hopefully whoever's with you can explain the more technical aspect of it.
I think that's quite a big thing, as you just said, in squash. In terms of a lot of people watching don't understand. Oh, sorry, this is a joke rally.
Yeah.
I will continue the conversation in a minute.
Yeah, there was a couple of unorthodox shots in there, wasn't there?
But yeah, a lot of people watching that don't play squash struggle to understand the rules. And
well, that's the thing. Sean Wigan was a very good man when it came to the rules and explaining the rules. He just analysed them. I'm like, I have no idea.
I thought that ball was out, if I'm perfectly honest. That's a shocking call there from the ref. And I think they've both got glasses on, so I don't know how they're struggling to see that.
You'll be in trouble. Wait until your next match.
Yeah, hopefully none of them are referees.
We're not even going to mention that at the moment. How did you find refereeing when you're up in the UK and Europe? Did you actually have to do it yourself, or did you always have refs there who were doing it?
Mainly had refs there. I struggled. I hate reffing. I'm not. Shocked.
Gee, look at that.
I think reffing you need a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
Which I don't quite have.
Well, not when someone's questioning what you're saying.
I think it depends. I think players see the game better than proper refs in terms of, because they know and they've been in those situations before. but I think it's harder for players to have confidence to make the calls, especially since you're probably going to know both the players that you're...
What was that?
It's a Mizuki, I think.
I mean, how do you describe that shot? As a
How do you
spinning...
describe it? So it's going for a backhand and then flipping the face of your racket, so you're actually hitting it on the forehand face.
So it's an inside-out forehand.
It's an inside-out
Sort of.
backhand. Inside-out
Yeah.
backhand. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been a taxi. TEMWA was going the
Yeah.
complete wrong way there.
Yeah.
No way he was getting that back.
Well, it's been an entertaining match. Hasn't gone 5 yet, but we're still waiting for your predictions to come through.
Glenn's just making it interesting.
Yeah.
He'll start firing up now.
He's pulling out all sorts of
Yes.
shots, and then Tim, perhaps, I wouldn't say a little bit lazy, but could have moved his feet a bit better on that one.
You know, I think he's just a bit tired.
Yeah.
TEMWA's been worked quite a lot this game. He's quite an unfit player, in my opinion.
All right. There you go.
But it wasn't quite enough. Glenn didn't quite work him enough there, unfortunately.
And wraps it up. Your predictions were totally horrible. So we will see you again tomorrow.
Good luck as well.